What does this old industrial area in South Houston have to do with Texas history? Join me today as we find out and tour an old ghost town. Today on Walk Through Texas History, we're going to look at the old town of Harrisburg, which is now located inside the city limits of Houston. We're here at the home site of Mrs. Jane Birdsall Harris. Her husband was a founder of Harrisburg, and he passed away before Texas became an independent republic. Her home is very important in that it housed the government of Texas from March 23rd to April 13th of 1836. You can see on this plaque who was actually there. She's also a very important woman in the town of Harrisburg itself. Her son is also very important in the history of Texas. We'll look at him later on, and we'll visit the cemetery that has both of their final resting places. Let's see what else we can find and what remnants of Harrisburg there are left. Here at another marker, not too far away from the house. It speaks about the railroad, which was very important to this area for most of the late 18th century and early 19th century. Like I said, Harrisburg was founded in the 1820s, and in 1926 the city of Houston annexed this area, and now it's become part of the city of Houston. Other than what is left, the markers in the cemetery, there is not much that you would know Harrisburg existed. At this particular corner of Elm and Broadway, the southwest corner, was the Milby House. This house was torn down around 1959, but it was the Milby Mansion at one time. Mr. Milby is buried in Glendale Cemetery and was one of the primary people of Harrisburg. And like I said, this was a big mansion at one time, this location, which now it's an empty lot. It's for sale. And you side Broadway right here. The Harris house was directly behind that white building right there. That was the Harris homestead, that whole area right there. I'm now here at the final place in Harrisburg, Glendale Cemetery, which houses the family of John Harris, the namesake of Harris County. We'll take a look around at some of the headstones here. And there is one Texas Centennial marker as well. Here now at R.A. Milam and Lucy Milam, Confederate soldier for the Texas Cavalry. I believe he is related to Ben Milam. I'm here now at the back corner of the cemetery. You can see it is right next to the port here and Buffalo Marine. This is the Harris family plot. Jane Birdsall Harris is buried here. There's a marker for John R. Harris as well. I'll get a little closer for us. This is hard to read. It is a Harris family member. Here is the centipede that was put in place. As it talks about John R. Harris and being a Austin Colony member. Here's the headstone for Jane Birdsall Harris. Headstone for Mary Jane Harris Briscoe. It's a great headstone there. And then Colonel John A. Williams, Confederate soldier. A marker for Judge John Birdsall. Here's a marker for John R. Harris. Here's the front of that marker with James Birdsall, Louis Birdsall. Here's the Texas Centennial marker for the home side of General Sidney Sherman. He was commander in San Jacinto. He came on to be a member of Congress and builder of the first Texas Railroad. His house was burned in 1853. But this marker stands here in the cemetery in the back corner. Here's the final headstone and resting place for the Allen family. There are markers all over the ground. Samuel Allen is the oldest here. Do not think they're related to the Allen brothers who started Houston, but I did want to show this here. Here's the Milby family plot. Very famous people in this Harrisburg area. See a lot of really old headstones there to the right side. And of course the two larger ones right there. And I believe it's the Milby house that we saw the final spot for. It's no longer there. But I wanted to show this spot here. Well, I stand underneath this large oak and I'm going to tell you that's the end of it today. Hope you enjoyed the tour of Harrisburg. Neat little old town that's now part of the city of Houston and is the namesake of Harris County. Until next time, be sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Facebook, and have a good one.